Hey, this is David Swark with the CISO series. Now, we recently published a great blog post over at CISOseries.com with tips from our community of security professionals on how to speed up MTTR, better known as mean time to remediate, specifically in the cloud. Now, while we had a lot of great insight from the experts quoted in the article, we also got great feedback from our community, and I'd like to highlight some of those tips about improving MTTR. Now, on LinkedIn, our audience quickly reminded us that MTTR needs to account for the human element while connecting to overall business goals. Organizations need to address critical process coordination issues that directly affect remediation speed. Now, as James Sparenberg of Insight Global reminded us, quote, before the incident, establish who will be in charge. Nothing slows up MTTR faster than someone in upper ranks coming in and trying to run the show. Of course, knowing who's running the show doesn't help if you don't have business buy-in. Frame improvements of MTTR by tying them to business initiatives and then quantifying the impact on financial metrics that the CISO can use with their C-suite peers and the board of directors. That was said by Dutch Schwartz over at SideChannel. You also need to know at how upstream technical decisions can impact downstream responses. Julian Giuca of Datable said, MTTR doesn't start at detection, it starts at ingestion. Noisy telemetry makes every step after it slower. Shape, enrich, and route telemetry upstream before it hits your SIM. That's where you buy time back. Now, repeatedly, automation was mentioned as playing a critical role in reducing MTTR, but James Crahan of viLogics warned that automation can create more problems than it will solve. Quote, the art of tying threat detection to automation walks a very fine line between creating too many false positives and actually being productive. There can be a tendency to focus purely on speed with MTTR, but Randall Hettinger of Permiso Security pointed out that losing focus on identities will cost you. Quote, MTTR isn't just about speed, it's about certainty. The slowdown often comes from not understanding who or what took an action, especially in the cloud, where identities sprawl. The ability to quickly attribute behavior to an identity is often the missing link in truly accelerating response. And within this entire discussion, we can't forget that improving MTTR isn't an end in itself. It's all in service of building resilience. Quote, focusing solely on MTTR can create a negative or reactive approach, and that's neglecting proactive measures like robust monitoring, preventative maintenance, and system redundancy. True resilience requires a balance of preparedness and adaptability, said Jason Arbelaez of Methodist Bonheur Healthcare. Huge thanks to all our contributors for making this article possible, and another huge thanks to our great sponsor, and that's Palo Alto Networks. Experience the future of real-time cloud security with Cortex Cloud. Now, if you missed the original article with tons of tips to reduce mean time to remediate in the cloud, check it out over at CISOseries.com. Now, you'll find the direct link wherever you see this video posted. So just check that out. It'll be a lot faster that way.